After our Kinderdijk World Heritage adventure, we caught a water bus back to Rotterdam, where we would get ourselves a night's rest in our capsule hotel. That's a story for another time, though. We got that rest so we'd be ready for the International Criminal Court. Well, visiting the International Criminal Court, that is.
Just on Rotterdam. So, what are we up to today, Cami?
We are going to Den Haag.
Okay, I will trust that pronunciation.
No.
Well, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. Yeah, so we're off there to see what? Just the city in general, really.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, there's a chance we might see some Roman fortifications that were used to be on the northern end of the Roman Empire.
And then this is the
Roman lines, I think they're called.
where the parliament is.
Yes, this is where the parliament is for
And
Netherlands.
Peace Palace. Peace,
The Peace
Palace.
Palace. Yeah. That's the parliament for Netherlands. That's correct.
I think so, yeah.
So, and the Peace Palace. So yeah, we're just going to explore. But we thought we're just down the street from our capsule hotel, so we thought we'd just take a quick shot of this beautiful sunny day here in Rotterdam.
We caught ourselves one of the beautiful intercity trains that runs here in the Netherlands and made our way from Rotterdam Central to Den Haag. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Den Haag Central Station, which is quite a stunning station to look at. Almost a sight on its own. In the Den Haag Central Station, you can really appreciate the interest in mass transit here in the Netherlands. So from there, we wandered off for a walk to the Peace Palace and started to take a look at that and learn about it. They have a great info center there, which is wonderful for those of us who don't have drones and want to make it look like we're taking drone footage. So please enjoy our low-budget drone footage here. Stunning. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll have a drone.
Okay, Kemi's walked ahead, but I thought I'd take this chance just to brief a little bit because I was reading up on stuff in the visitor center, which is very handy, by the way, of the Hague here. So this is the International Peace Palace, and so basically it was set up to help encourage world peace, mediate disputes, things like that. And so I found it very interesting that when it was set up, one of the philanthropists who donated a huge amount of money, $1.5 million back in the day, he made one request of them for all that donation money, and that was just the building had a library, and the reason was he found that he was able to make his wealth from the knowledge he got from books he borrowed. And he always donated to libraries, and he had donated to 150 libraries around the world, and he wanted to make sure others had the opportunity to borrow books and learn, because when he made his wealth, if he didn't have that opportunity, he wouldn't be able to make his wealth. So so it's very interesting that they were obligated. The only condition of all that money was that they put a library in here. And now this Peace Palace has an excellent international law library in it as a result. It's one of many things we've learned in the little tour of the visitor center, which is right at the front gate of the Peace Palace. So there's also a lot of other significant buildings around town, including the International Criminal Court and arbitration building. Not very good at memorizing all the names, but there's definitely a lot of effort here to encourage world peace, mediate disputes between nations, and that's what's going on here. So just a nice angle here. So I thought I'd throw in some info there, and let's take a quick look, and on around we go. look around the town. You'll have to explain, Tony.
We are in a beach, which is a very famous beach in the Hague, right?
Yeah, The Hague.
Yeah.
The Hague's, well, not The Hague's beach, but the small town next to The Hague.
Yeah, the small town next to it.
Just take a quick
We'll
spot.
put the name.
Very sunny today.
Yeah, very funny.
Getting our tan on.
That is the art of a kid eating a famous fish called herring here.
Which you can get in the markets around
Yeah,
here.
and actually a lot of the food store have it. Like, according to our friend. And then people just eat the whole fish like this. Like this.
Yes, that's
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
That's,
Instead of but like yesterday when we eat, it is like slice, like
Yeah.
a sashimi in Japan.
you can't get slice, but whole
But-
is the traditional way. There's Glenn. Okay.
Bye.
All right.
So we went for a wander around the beach. Now keep in mind it's winter when we're here, so it's very quiet and just a peaceful place to be. But I can only imagine how busy it would be in the summer. It'd be a very exciting place to be. Well, after our time at the beach, we wandered back into the city to find one of the buildings we really wanted to see.
What do you think, Kenny?
I like the vegetation.
Thanks.
Where are we? National Criminal Court.
Yes. As we continue our tour of The Hague. Interesting. Cool. Well, I guess it's getting dark. We'll wander off, but head on back.
Unfortunately, a visit inside the International Criminal Court wasn't possible today because of the heightened security as they were about to make a significant ruling the very next morning. So we wandered back into the center of the city where we can see the Parliament buildings for the Netherlands. And of course it was starting to get dark, so we just wandered about the downtown core. We passed through the Passage, which is a very old and historic shopping mall. And then we wandered past the City Hall, which is all located in the same general area. And it's just a stunning building to look at, with its all white facade. So we quite enjoyed just touring around on foot. But by now it's gotten pretty late, and it's time to be thinking about heading back. We still have to get back to Rotterdam after all. So we wandered back to that beautiful transit station that we began our journey at, and our walk around The Hague. And we just took a quick look around there because the station itself was so amazing to look at. One of the things that we found very interesting about this station was the bike storage. The Netherlands is known for having a large amount of bike use, and the station is no exception. It had a humongous storage area located underneath it. So we just took a quick peek at that because I had never seen anything quite like it before. Before we leave The Hague and carry onwards to Rotterdam, let's take a look back at where we walked today, in case anyone else would like to retrace our steps and explore The Hague. So we started at the Den Haag Central Station and walked to the Peace Palace. From there we wandered to the beach and back towards the city a bit to the International Criminal Court. From the International Criminal Court we wandered back to the downtown core area where we went to see the Parliament buildings, the Passage, and City Hall. And then from there we wandered the short distance back to Den Haag Central Station. And then this let us be perfectly set up for a nice little train ride all the way back to Rotterdam. after our train ride in Rotterdam, it's time to start thinking about our next adventure. So we got a night's sleep and we started eyeing up a train to Utrecht, which is another lovely city with a very modern transit system that we wanted to explore for some time. And in Utrecht, we started to explore both the modern and the historic of this town. So come join us for this next adventure as we go Dom under, as they say, to explore the Roman history of the town of Utrecht.